Back again. So today we are going to continue from where we stopped yesterday. Yesterday I answered question 1 to 20. So today we are going to answer 21 to 35. Remember, I gave you assignment. So I answered 15 questions, then I gave you 5. So today we are also going to answer 15 questions, then I will give you 5 to go and answer. By this, you will be well prepared, well equipped to face your JAMB squarely and get your reasonable mark and enter into the university having your course of choice as the course that you will be given. So thank you once again. Don't forget that we are in 2025 UTME Biology past questions. After this, we are going to 2024. Like I said, my goal is for us to cover 10 years minimum. If you can watch all the videos for the consecutive 10 years, then I'll be confident that you are well prepared and equipped to go and get your 300 plus in JAMB 2026. So once again, welcome back. We are going to continue. If you are not part of my students, I welcome you specially to this channel. This is where I've been training students, I've been coaching them, giving them hints, and also guiding them through structured lessons. The goal is just to get that mark 250 and above, and above all to get admission into the university of their choice and the course of their study. So I want to welcome you specifically, and you can check the channel. I have a lot of videos that will be helpful to you. So let's dive into it right away. So question 21 says, seaweeds and barnacles are common flora and fauna found in which of these habitats? Now, habitats are given to us, and we are asked a question that seaweeds and barnacles are found in which of these habitats? A, we have terrestrial, B, we have marine, C, we have freshwater, and D, we have eusterine. So the correct answer is marine. Seaweed and barnacles are found in marine habitats, not terrestrial, not freshwater, and not eusterine. I hope you remember this eusterine habitat. You need to know it. I have seen a lot of questions under eusterine habitat. So seaweed are also called algae, and the barnacles are organisms. They are usually found in marine, that are saltwater or ocean habitats. They attach to rock surfaces or to the ground surface of the sea, and they are not found in eusterine. Eusterine is where fresh water meets with the seawater, so it has both characteristics of salt and fresh water. We have specific fishes that grow, or organisms that grow within this kind of environment because it's unique. They experience fluctuation, salt water and fresh water in combination. Remember that fish that grow, or let me say organisms that grow in salt water may not do well, or may die, may not even survive in fresh water, and vice versa. All right, so we have question 22 that says, what type of cells are found at the apex of root and stem during growth, characterized by constant division? So here we are under plants now. At the shoots, the apex of the root and the apex of the stem. Apex of the stem is what we call shoots, that growing part of the plant. So at those ends, there are some specialized cells that are characterized by constant division. What are they called? A, intercalary, B, apical, C, meristematic, and D, lateral. So the correct answer is meristematic cells. So these cells are not differentiated. Remember, when cells are differentiated, their function is specified. For example, I hope you know that liver cells are not the same thing as muscle cells. These kinds of cells are already specialized. Muscle cells are long in nature. Liver cells are more cylindrical, more circular in nature. So also cells of other organs of the body, they are not similar. So meristematic cells are not yet defined. We call them stem cells in human beings. or in animals, stem cells. These cells are not yet divided. They can become liver cells, they can become muscle cells, they can become cells of the immune system. So they are not yet defined. So these kinds of cells are called meristematic cells in plants. Oh, question 23 says, which of the following is an example of reflex action? Do you remember nervous system? Reflex action. An action you perform without thinking, without you doing it willingly, is a reflex action. So which of these? I believe you already see the answer before I even talk. So we have sneezing, dancing, walking, and crying. Which one do you do without thinking? Crying? Nope. Correct. Sneezing. You sneeze when it comes, you cough when it comes. You don't control those kind of actions. So we call them reflex actions. So the actions that you can control, they are non-reflex actions. So the correct answer is sneezing. We go to question 24 that says, what is the primary purpose of oxygen transported to all parts of the body during blood circulation? Where are my smart students now? Do you observe something? If you have watched yesterday's video, do you see the way JAMB asked question now? Do you observe that this kind of question was answered yesterday in the same year of 2025? Yes, but how did yesterday's question appear? They said the last electron acceptor in the electron transport chain is, and I told you the answer is oxygen. So look at now, they are asking the question in a reverse order in the same year. If you cannot answer that question, you would hardly get this one too. So, and I briefly explain what electron transport chain is. That's where the electrons are passed through a chain of protein molecules to produce ATP, energy. So oxygen is the last electron acceptor to form water. Hey, my student, are you seeing what JAMB is doing? Are you seeing? So the correct answer here is the release of energy from food. When you breathe in oxygen, it enters blood directly. So the blood will carry that oxygen and take it to the tissues of your body. From those tissues, that oxygen will enter into mitochondria where it will go and receive electron to form water. As it is releasing electron, ATP is formed. This is what we call aerobic respiration. Oh, very simple questions. Wow. I like, if you are smart, if you know how to study past questions, there is no way you can fail JAMB. I will show you something again. Just follow me carefully. I will show you I will reveal another thing to you again. All right, so the next question says, what does the presence of tiny non-functional hands and bones inside whales' bodies suggest about evolutionary history? I believe you know whale, that big fish, not shark, whale. They usually have some tiny legs, yes. So what do they mean when it talks about evolution? Do you know what the word evolution means? It means how living organisms evolve over time. How organisms evolve over time. How they continue to adapt to the environment by developing some new features, by evolving. I don't know how to explain evolve again. I believe as a biology student, you are familiar with that. So those tiny non-functional hands and leg bones inside whale's body, what do they suggest about evolutionary history? A, whales are not related to land animals. Can you see? And they say legs and hands. Are there, is it not land animals that have such? So this is already wrong. So B says whales never had legs in their evolutionary history. This is also wrong because the question already told us that they have hand-like, finger-like, leg-like, whatever. So C says whales evolved from ancestors that had legs. Very correct. So for us to see something like leg on their body, it suggests that they have evolved from ancestors that had legs. Thank you. So we move to question 26. Which cell organelle is responsible for storing waste? A, mitochondria is powerhouse, not storing waste. B. Lysosome. Lysosomes serve a function of destroying foreign organisms like bacteria or any other components that are not useful in the cell. So it's not the answer. Vacuole, though found only in plants, is used to store waste products. Endoplasmic reticulum is not the answer. This serves the function of transportation of proteins, depending whether smooth or rough. Rough endoplasmic reticulum are protein synthesis sites. Remember ribosome? What is the function of ribosome? Producing proteins. So rough endoplasmic reticulum, they are rough because the ribosome is attached to them. So that ribosome is protein synthesis. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum produces fatty acids, which are lipids. So from that one alone, smooth, you know that oil is smooth. So fatty acid production. I hope you are learning something. If you are learning something and you did not give me a like to this video, I won't be happy with you. Seriously. Seriously. So just stop and like this video. Like this video. Like this video. Like this video. Okay, you have done that. So let's go. Question 27 says, which of the following typically contains the highest amount of water pollutants? The highest amount of water pollutants. Okay, A. Seawater. B. Well water. C. Spring water. And D. Rainfall. Now let me start with seawater. Seawater, a sea doesn't really have supplies more. It doesn't have much supply of water. Water doesn't move into a sea. Is more like a stagnated water, but the water is still much. So because of that, we cannot say pollutants are carried to sea by rivers or whatever. So that makes it less contaminated with pollutants. B says well water. Well water is deep down, so we know that chemicals like agricultural remains of herbicides, insecticides can find their way and leach into the well water. Also, pollutants like lead, like okay, I will not say mercury, like lead can be dissolved from rocks and enter into river well water. So it is more likely to have pollutants. Spring water is less likely. Okay, rainwater can dissolve some smoke, but usually it has less compared to well water, making well water the correct answer. I'm going to share these slides. They are very, very important. Some of you, if I say I will share slides, you don't even ask, you don't even care. By the time you go through this thing and you even read a brief explanatory note I usually add, you are learning. Don't play with this, please. So I would share it. If you are part of my student, just chat me privately on WhatsApp. If you are not there yet, just indicate in the comment section. I will send you a link to join our WhatsApp group if you are interested. Thank you. Next question is 28 that says a genotype combination for a man with blood group A. What is the right genotype combination for a man with blood group A? Now listen. A we have AA, B we have AO, C we have OO, AB, D we have AA and AO. Now, someone once came to me and said, Mr. Emmanuel, my dad's blood group is O. My mom's blood group is also O, but I am blood group A. I laughed. I said, let me not call you a son that is not of your father. So, as a biology student, you need to know this, that a father with blood group O and a mother with blood group O can never give birth to a baby with blood group A. It's not possible. Your blood group, you inherit it from your parents, and I will show you how and why, because this is how we are going to answer this question. If your dad is blood group A and your mom is blood group O, you are going to be blood group A. Now, AB are always dominant. AB are always dominant. If your father is O and your mom is B, B will show up. A will show up over O. But if your dad is A and your mom is A, definitely automatically you is A, because that's what you inherit. So now we have someone who is blood group A. So what is the possible genotype combination for the parents now? Genotype combination for the parent. So if I am group A, what is the possible combination of my parents? My parents, my mother can be A and my dad A, which is correct. So A is correct. Let's look at B. My mom can be A and my dad O. I will also be A automatically, which is correct. My mother can be O and my dad can be O. I'm at C now. I hope you are following. My mother can be O and my dad can be O. I can never be A then, because the question say A, which is wrong. My dad can be A and my mother can be B. I can never be A if that is the combination. What I would end up being is AB if my dad is A and my mom is B. Okay, now the last one. My dad can be A and my mom can be A and I will be A. Correct. My dad can be A and my mom can be O and I will be A. Also correct. So A and B are correct. And it is what they added together to form D, which is also correct. Now see how smart JAMB are. Very, very tricky. This question is very tricky. A is correct, B is correct, but D is more correct because D combines both possibilities, two possibilities. I hope someone is just getting me. I don't know. I just wanted to get this thing. Are you getting me? Oh, all right. Please get me, oh, get me. So D is the answer. I've already explained that. Which of the following processes does not require energy in living organisms? So all these four are processes in living organisms, but one of them does not require ATP to take place. A. Active transport, moving substances from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration, or to a region of from a region of lower concentration to a region of higher concentration. You need energy to push the rock up a hill. This is active transport. You are trying to push it against, so that's active. You need energy. Muscle contraction needs energy. Mitosis needs energy, but osmosis needs only a membrane medium, a biological membrane medium. It doesn't need energy. That's the correct answer. All right, so we are rounding up almost. We are almost done. I have 6 more questions, okay, with this. The presence of which enzyme in saliva initiates carbohydrate digestion? I hope you know carbohydrate digestion begins in the mouth. So which enzyme is responsible? A. Trypsin, B. Pepsin, D. Lipase, C. Amylase. Which one is the correct answer? You know these are even enzymes that digest protein, that works on protein. And they talk carbohydrate in question. Lipase, you know, is for lipids. So the correct answer is amylase. Yep. Which structure regulates the amount of light entering the eye? So in the eye, remember, we have retina, cornea, iris, lens, and whatever. So which of them controls the amount of light entering the eye? The correct answer is iris. Iris is the colored part of the eye that controls the size of the pupil. So by having the ability to control the size of the pupil, it regulates how much the light enters into the eye. If the light is bright, the iris contracts and make the pupil smaller. If the light is dim, it relaxes to make the pupil larger. So, you know, if you go under bright light now, you see as if you are trying to close your eyes. All right, 32 says, which part of the brain controls involuntary actions? I promise to show you one other secret, one other thing that I've discovered. We are getting there, sure. I hope it's not part of your assignment questions. Okay, if it is part, you will see answer. So which part of the brain controls involuntary actions such as heartbeat and breathing? Okay, so which of the parts of the brain controls heartbeat? Because you don't control heartbeat, so that's involuntary actions. Cerebellum, medulla oblongata, thalamus. The correct answer is medulla oblongata. It is the one that controls heartbeat, controls blood pressure, controls swallowing, and so on and so forth. Yeah. Which of the following is an excretory organ in insect? Excretory organ in insect. A. Flame cells. B. Nephridia. C. Malpighian tubule. D. Green glands. Green glands. The correct answer is Malpighian tubules. So this organ is found in insects and it is used for excretion. It absorbs waste product, that's uric acid from the. So it functions more like a kidney. Hope this is clear. What is the function of the large intestine in humans? I hope you remember that all digestion ends in the small intestine. I hope you remember that. Large intestine, what is usually found there? Poo-poo, waste products. So what is its main function? Its main function is absorption of water. Absorption of water. Doesn't store bile. It doesn't break down fats. It doesn't digest protein. Digestion of protein occurs in small intestine, starting from the stomach. I hope someone is getting me today. Oh, this is 2025 UTME. Oh, ha. This is already gauging your knowledge, your readiness, your preparedness for JAMB this year. All right, so we've talked about this. The last question. Which of the following genetic disorder is caused by disjunction during meiosis? Disjunction is an improper or incomplete separation during meiosis. So which of this is associated with that? Incomplete separation of chromosomes during meiosis. So which of this is associated with that? A. Albinism, sickle cell anemia, Down syndrome, color blindness. The correct answer is Down syndrome. Down syndrome is associated with disjunction, non-disjunction. That's failure for the chromosomes to separate properly during meiosis, resulting in an extra copy of chromosomes. So that's Down syndrome. Oh, the secret I wanted to reveal is part of your question. So you are going to answer it. So here we are. I really want you to take these questions very serious. Please and please work them and submit them to me. I know why I'm giving you this. Yes, I know why I'm giving you. Please don't play with it. So this question says, which of the following conditions promote seed germination? Very, very simple question. Chai. Darkness, dry air, low temperature. That's A. B says oxygen, water, suitable temperature. Okay, anyway, just pause, read it, and answer it. Put your answer. The second question, which is 37, say which part of the plant conducts water and mineral salts from roots to other parts? Hey, here is the question now. Here is the secret. If you doubt me, go to yesterday's video and watch it carefully. Now, JAMB asks in one of those questions that which of the following are used for transportation in plants? So they serve as transport vessels in plants. And now look at and yesterday in that video, I explained the answer to this question unknowingly that I will even come across this question. I'm telling you. I explained the function of phloem there. I explained the function of xylem. I say one of them carry mineral salts and water from the root up to the leaves. And I said after the leaves now produce glucose through photosynthesis, the other one, which does not carry water, carry food from the leaves to the other parts of the body of the plant. I will not tell you answer. If you watch yesterday's video, I know you already know the answer as you are watching this. So answer it too. So look at the way JAMB used to answer. Look at the previous question also we answer about oxygen. They are similar or a bit opposite. Just a little difference. So here now they are asking clearly, okay, since we ask you, select the ones that are involved in transport in plant, and you selected phloem and xylem. Now, of the phloem and xylem, which one? Oh, why am I saying this? Is it phloem and xylem self? Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Answer yourself. I know all of them are parts of plant, so you select. So, which one is responsible for carrying mineral salts and water from roots to other parts of the plant? Okay, 38 says, which of this is not a characteristics of living thing? Kai. Primary school question. Everybody must pass this. So, which group of vertebrate has three chambered heart and lay jelly-coated eggs in? Oh my God! Hi, and see, and they are even saying birds. Hi, they are saying reptiles. They are saying mammals. They are saying amphibians. Chai. Oh, some questions are too cheap. Anyway, until you submit your answers before I judge. All right, so the last question says, what is the biological significance of meiosis? You know meiosis and you know mitosis. I hope you'll be able to differentiate them. Please know their difference. One is a cell division that happens in somatic cells, normal cells. When you eat too much, your cells begin to divide and you begin to grow. The other one happens in sex cells, spermatozoa, ovum, and whatever. So that's meiosis. So here is how you answer this question. Now, please number them as question 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. So if question 36, not 35 now, you are starting from 36, of course. So if the answer to question 36 is A, just write 36, then you write A at the front. 37, B. 38, C. 39, D. As usual, if you are my student, you know that's all we usually do. So please do this assignment and submit to me on private message DM on WhatsApp. Thank you once again for following. With this, we have come to the end of Biology 2025. So I did Chemistry 2025, Physics 2025. So we are done with 2025 questions. Starting from tomorrow, I would enter Chemistry again, where we will now start 2024 questions. So the journey is going to be progressive. At this point in time, I would advise you to to turn on your notifications so that immediately I drop video like this, you'll be among the first to know, so that you'll come and watch me. I don't want you to miss any day at all. And if you have not subscribed, if you are getting value anyway, I don't force people to subscribe. I'm not here to cajole anybody. So if you are finding value, you are learning something, I think it is time for you to subscribe. Maybe you don't even have a YouTube account. Ask someone to help you so that you will be able to post your answers on the comment section. Because if you don't have a YouTube account, you cannot reply, you cannot comment, you cannot like, and several other things. So you just need your email. If you try to comment, YouTube will take you to where you can create your email. So subscribe to this channel and don't allow this channel to how will I put it now? To get lost. It is Emmanuel John. You can always search for it, and then let's see how you can get 250, 300, and above in JAMB this year. Thank you once again for joining. Now, the final and the last thing. If you have watched this end, I salute you. You are not an adrenaline student. Permit me to use that word because I am doing biology. We are learning biology. Do you know what adrenaline? You know adrenaline, right? Fight and flight hormone. So it releases, and all of a sudden the person becomes. But after 1 minute, you don't go. No motivation, morale low. So sincerely, I usually appreciate students who have trained themselves to stay despite the phone saying somebody has chatted you, despite distractions, they try to stay. There are people that can become something. See, if you cannot stay at something, it will be very difficult for you to become something. So one thing I want you to do, I want to know those who have really watched to this end, just write in the comment section, thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. That's if you enjoyed the class. Just say thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. I have watched till the end of the video. Thank you once again. We meet in chemistry class 2024 questions tomorrow. Bye.